value of supply. If we see the exemptions, VAT has significantly reduced the quantum of exemptions from 465 to only 14 items. When we talk of 465 items or categories, what we mean is this: pharma is a one item, poultry is a one item, fertilizer as a whole is a one item. In this manner, at the moment when we analyze, my team analyzed this over day and night, they came to know that around 465 categories are there which are not in the new statute book. Accordingly, there will be only 14 items. 14 items are left, like unprocessed peas, wheat, Holy Quran, ambulances, dextrose. These are the type of things which are still exempt from VAT tax, and only other similar items are also not of a significant nature. In other words, each and everything have been taxed at the standard rate of 15%. So far as the powers are concerned, ST empowers the FBR to issue exemption notification and orders. On the other hand, VAT provides all goods shall be expressly provided only and only in the Act and not elsewhere. Accordingly, only 14 items which have been listed over there will be exempt from tax, and the rest will be taxable at the standard rate of 15%. It's in a good, so far as the number of items is concerned, I fairly maybe agree with you that it's a big problem from now onward that everything will be taxable. But so far as item number 3 is concerned, I'll be happy to say that there is no SRO culture. SRO culture is eliminated, and everything will be brought in the main VAT law. And it is very difficult even from us professionals to have a track on the SROs. Every day SRO comes, some SROs we don't know, some also we know. It's very difficult to keep a track on that. And if we see Rahmatullah Malik's program or books, there are a lot of SROs, and it's very difficult to keep a tie on all those SROs. Accordingly, it's good in a way that everything will come under the specific VAT Act, and the powers have been eliminated. No SRO, nothing. Only Parliament will issue bill and then discuss the same and make it an act, a part of act. Other area which has a big drastic change is the zero rated supplies. As per the VAT, supply of imported and supply or import of the following category of items are zero rated. These items are either mentioned in the second schedule to the federal VAT, zero rated items as given in the provincial VAT, and supply of goods certain to certain conditions. These are the 3 areas which have been covered in the new VAT law, which will be zero rated. It has not been eliminated, it's still there, but the scope is very limited. So far as the second scheduled zero rated items are concerned, as discussed in VAT law section 12, sale or transfer of an economic activity or a part thereof as a going concern by a registered person to another registered person. Very unusual item, but zero rated. Supply of goods and provision for consumption abroad. Again, very limited activity. But the third item is very important under the new situation. Such basic pharmaceutical and medical supplies as specified by the FBR. Again, powers have been given, SRO is there. So far as this particular aspect is concerned, in the exemption, no SRO. So far as the zero rating is concerned, so far as the pharma is concerned, SRO can be issued. But the issue arises as to which particular item are going to be listed over there. As per the news clippings, we understand that it will be most likely life-saving drugs, which will be zero rated. And if life-saving drugs are in real sense zero rated, the pharma industry will be effectively in a beneficial position. At the moment, they are under the exemption regime, means no input. In the next year, in the period to come, it will be zero rated, meaning thereby they'll be in a better position to get input tax credit. So it's a good move in that sense to this particular aspect. But on the other hand, issue depends that how much items are going to be listed in that SRO, which are yet to come. Even the draft has not yet been published, unfortunately. The last item in this area is basically the supply of precious material, and naturally, again, a very small affecting item. So far as the other area is concerned, which is again, it's difficult to think of as to which item are going to be covered in these 4 items so far as the invocation of regime is concerned, that it is basically under the provincial VAT. Services performed on goods outside Pakistan, leads goods outside Pakistan, services connected with temporary imports, and services consumed outside Pakistan. We all have to perhaps visualize as to which item could be covered in this area, having said it is a part of federal VAT. This is the major area, and this has been safeguarded in VAT as well. That is export of goods. As we know, all know that export of goods at the moment is zero rated. It will continue as it is. Other items are supply to tourists and visitors from duty-free vendor or duty-free shops, or supply for rendering, maintaining, cleaning, renovating, modifying, treating, or otherwise physically affecting other goods. Supply relating to repairs and replacement under the warranty. As we all know that normally the supply price has inbuilt warranty charges. So since we have already given the price or tax at the time of original buying, that is why the free of charge warranty is not taxed or even zero rated. If we talk the ultimate part, what is left? What is the remaining zero rated item? No supply, class of supply, import, or class of import shall be treated as zero rated, except as expressly provided, which we have discussed earlier, is subject to VAT. Everything is there. Only those 12 items which we discussed earlier are zero rated, and rest are not. Accordingly, more than 200 categories notified in 16 SROs, so far as we were able to catch, will be out of the zero rated regime once the VAT is enacted. Hence, though it is good in a sense, no SRO culture over here, but the issue arises that all items which are going to be ultimately a part of export, locally manufactured item, which are going to be a part of export, has not been zero rated. You may recall that at one point of time there was the issue of flying invoice culture. Maybe this may lead to the same situation of flying invoice culture and a lot of other things. If we talk of these 200 categories, again when I talk of 200 categories means so many things, maybe more than 1,000 items or even more, which have not been zero rated over here. If we talk of only one single item, we can give an example of leather, and it's spoiled. They still want to invoke further tax. Previously, those powers are lying with the, in that case, what was happening, कि जो ट्रिब्यूनल में अपील आपकी होती थी, उस वक्त तो वो रीओपन कर सकते थे, but not at the appeals before the commissioner. So the power have been increased. As per VAT, the additional commissioner has to obtain authorization from the commissioner before filing an appeal before the tribunal. Pursuant to ST, the SE additional commissioner was independent in this regard. This is again a good move and a good amendment to avoid frivolous appeals. In certain cases, we have been experiencing so far as the appeals before the higher forums are concerned. Higher authority will lead to reduction in appeal by the tax department. The VAT rules made during the year by FBR will be placed before the National Assembly along with the budget every year. This will really lead to control and a track over the amendment every year, provided this amendment is followed in letter and spirit. If you recall, in section 53 of the income tax ordinance, there is already a provision that whatever amendment is made in the second schedule, it will be placed before the parliament every year. But you may have noticed and you may have seen that in whether it is being followed in letter or spirit or not. Again, a